Welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 2, episode 32. Alrighty then. So, as you can see there, I am now officially 80 grand richer than I was before I started recording this segment. And well, the reason for that is simply because, well, I did the first race of the Pacific League pretty much 8 times on the trot, because obviously 8 times 10,000 equals 80,000, and that is pretty much by how much I am richer by. So yeah, I'm basically 80 grand richer, and of course I've got back in my legacy, and officially I did the first race of the Pacific League using my Viper. And so now of course, if I just go all the way down here, you can see I have pretty much 8 of these things. And to anyone asking what I'm going to do with these things, well, I'm going to sell them. Because I'm lazy like that. Also because officially I want to get through the dirt events before I get through the endurance events. As I now surpass the 1 million mark in terms of credits. And officially the reason why I'm selling all of these are officially for reasons you shall see in a minute. But for now, of course, I don't want to spoil the surprise. So I think you can probably see where I'm going with this. As I now surpass the 2 million credit mark. As I now officially have well over what I need in order to purchase the car I'm going to get. So I am in my legacy, obviously, and if I just head back over to the simulation mode screen, I'm going to head over to East City to purchase myself a Pikes Peak car, basically. And they are in the special models of Suzuki. And well, to anyone asking if I'm going to get the Escudo, the answer to that one is no. But what I am going to get is this. The Suzuki Cultus Pikes Peak version. With essentially all the money that I've earned basically from selling a bunch of cars. And well, now that I'm in it, I basically just need to switch back to my legacy again. So, just gonna check something here. I mean, even though I cannot do any horsepower tuning, I can check to see, yeah, I do. Yeah, okay. Just had to be sure of these. So, now of course, I'm going to switch back to my legacy. To officially get on with our next event. God, I love this thing. So, I'm gonna head over to the special event, sorry, the Go Race section, and head down of course to the dirt events to get on with the next event. Smoky Mountain North, reverse course. So the 3 cars we are going up against in this one are notably a Nissan Sunny, aka the Nissan Pulsar, a Toyota Celica GT4 RC, and a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 6 rally car. And well, the reason why I bought the Cultus, well, you shall probably see why in a minute. Or at least as soon as I'm through these first 2 events. So, don't think I need stage 3 on, but I will put myself down to stage 2 and just keep everything else the way it should be. And now we are going to head to race 1, where we are going up against a Nissan Sunny for the first event, also known as the Nissan Pulsar. And I'm predicting I'll probably win this one with relative ease. I don't know. Reason why I decreased the power, because I thought for sure I was wanting to challenge myself, and well, that's not going to be the case. But anyway. So, the Pulsar isn't falling too far back from where I am at the moment, as I almost hit the bush, which is also a wall. And so far at the moment things are going well, and I think I will probably win this with relative ease. Knowing me, of course, but anyway. Rounding out the final sequence of corners, and also going over the jumps, because we have rather a lot of those in this game. And oh shit. It's alright, it's fine. I still win, in spite of me making that final minute mistake. You win! Actually no, I won't record a replay of this one. But I will do the next one. So, 5 grand for winning, and now we can move on to race number 2. And well, the reason why I bought the Cultus as well, essentially because, well, I didn't want to waste too much time just basically trialing and erroring with the Escudo in the Pikes Peak uphill, which is basically what I will be doing last. But anyways, let's move on to race number 2, where I am going up against a Celica. Excuse me. And somehow I still managed to get the stronger launch off the line. Oh, that's a wall. And I almost lose control, but I do manage to regain my composure, since this of course will probably be the best shot I get of a thumbnail. So, I don't think it'll be much of a challenge if I don't crash too much, which is what I have done in the past, but hopefully not this time. As the Celica is also pretty much going through the bushes. But as for me, I'm currently extending the interval. So, approaching the end of this run, and almost spinning out again, but in spite of me literally just crashing and finishing at the same time, somehow I still managed to win. The first time and the first time anyone has officially done that. The first time I've officially done that to essentially repeating Vittorio Brambilla's win at the Österreich-Ring in '75. When the race was red flagged as soon as he crossed the line, in spite of him crashing right before the finish. So, now that the first two races are done with my legacy, I'm now going to switch over to my Cultus. Because that EV6 is a little bit too much of a challenge for my legacy, in my honest opinion, and that's precisely where this comes in. As I just head back over to the race events, to the dirt events, and back over here, and now we can get on with our final race of Smokey Mountain North reverse course in my Cultus. And well, the reason why I essentially decided I was going to buy the Cultus is basically because, well, I just wanted to get through this pretty much before I moved on to the endurance events, to pretty much do both of the international B-class endurance events, and well, essentially overall, I decided it was probably better for me to just grind my way up to the 2 million by just doing the same race over and over again to give myself enough funding for the Cultus. But anyway, let's get on with the third and final race of Smokey Mountain North Reverse. And I would imagine it'll probably be a relatively easy victory. As I am already off to a sublime start, and oh dicks. Somehow I'm still pulling away though. And well, reason for that, because I'm driving a Pikes Peak car. And holy shit, this thing is quick. This thing is definitely quick. And well, the reason why I just wanted to get myself the Cultus is basically just because I didn't want to be trialing and erroring to eventually give myself enough money to buy this thing, and oh Jesus, but somehow I still win by a huge margin over the Evo 6. So there we go. You win! And also furthermore, the quickest speed my Cultus had reached was basically just under 200 miles an hour. Or just about 194. But anyways, since that was the final race, obviously I am going to save this and get myself a replay. Or at least a replay shot that will be acceptable primarily by my standards. But anyway, replay time before I forget. And for most of these shots are basically just look at the Cultus and just hear how exactly I was able to dominate. Oh god, I absolutely love this thing. Because that is a massive wang right there. That wang is massive. I actually love this thing, I really do. Yep, okay. I was not going to prevent this thing from crashing. But anyways, so if you basically want to dominate the final run against the Evo 6, then, you know, just get the Cultus. As of which, that will basically be how I dominate pretty much all of my runs for this, basically. But anyways, that was Smoky Mountain Reverse. That was Smoky Mountain North Reverse. Next up is Tahiti Maze. And for two of these, I will probably use my Legacy, but then for the third one, I will probably use my Cultus. But anyways. So, that was Smoky Mountain North Reverse. Next up is Tahiti Maze. And so with that, stay tuned for more GT2.